It's been a while since I talked to you guys. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about, well, first, let's do our heart-to-heart conversation. So my heart-to-heart conversation with you guys would be, so I just got back home from this play that I was in, and I think it went really good. I improv'd a bit of it, but I think it went really good. It was called the Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon. I played an enchantress, a narrator, and a wicked stepsister. So it was really funny, and I loved it so much. So anywho, so now let's end the heart-to-heart conversation, and let's talk about the stereotypes I've been hearing a lot for people with mental illnesses, like me. Well, I call us butterflies. I don't call us people with mental illnesses, because it's not me. So here we go. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people say the following things. Mental illnesses are fake. Self-harmers are attention seekers. Emo people are also self-harmers. It's all in their head, and they're not normal. There's more, but these are the ones that I hear more often, or most often, or more often than others, I should say. Mental illnesses are fake. Yeah, because, there being over 34,598 suicides a year, 94 suicides a day, and one attempt every 38 seconds. Mental illnesses are fake because of those numbers. But that does not make any sense. No. Mental illnesses must be fake because 350 million people are affected by depression worldwide. Know the facts before you assume they're fake. Whenever I hear people say this, I always think 1 in 4 people have a mental illness. You might know someone with a mental illness, and you're saying that their mental illness is fake. Self-harmers equal attention seekers and emo. You know their name, not their story. You've heard what they're going through, or what they've been through, but you don't know if that's entirely true or not. If you were in their shoes, you'd fall the first step. If it's all for attention, we do it in your face. We wouldn't cover it up with long sleeves or bracelets. Or we wouldn't look so ashamed when people ask to see our scars. I'm not ashamed of mine. I'm just not. Oh, and for people that are ashamed of their scars, please don't be. Because for each and every scar has its own story. And the fact that, each scar, for me, my scars represent a battle. And whatever that battle was that made me do that to myself, I got through it. So I think of the scars show me how strong I am. And they tell me that. They show that I'm a warrior and I'm just fighting. It's all in their heads. You can't fake emotions. You cannot fake whatever scene or nightmare that plays in your mind and that causes mental illness. Not we all have, but we may have. So when people say the following things, mental illnesses are fake, emos are self-harmers and attention seekers, and that it's all in their head, and that they're not normal, it really breaks my heart to hear people say that, because with the statistics, which I actually have written down on a different page as well, it kind of, but when people say those things, it honestly will never make sense to me. How could you say someone's illness is fake? That never makes sense. But I think that's just the stigma. Because let's say if I broke my wrist, which I actually have done before because I'm very clumsy, but everyone would be rushing over to sign my cast because I broke my wrist. But if I say, hey, I have depression, or hey, I have a mental illness, or if I say one of those two things, people wouldn't care. And because people don't care about mental illnesses, and they're saying all of these all these stereotypes I just said. But if I said, hey, I have a mental illness, nobody would care. Nobody would understand it. And because people don't really care about it and they're saying mental illnesses are fake, it's created a world where people don't understand mental illnesses. And due to people not understanding them and saying they're fake, it's created a less populated world. And what I mean by that is, if we all took some time to just learn the statistics, learn the facts about mental illnesses, then maybe we could have saved some lives. That's what I mean when I said that this world is less populated because people don't understand mental illnesses. What I mean by that is the suicides are increasing. If we would have understood earlier, we're always on our phones. Why can't we Google help a friend out with a mental illness? It's the kindest, most noblest thing that you will ever do. And in some ways, you might save that person's life, or you might help them fight the battle that they're facing in this crazy, chaotic thing we call life itself. So here's some more facts about mental illnesses that just prove that they're not fake. And these facts are from the National Alliance of Mental Illness, so NAMI. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so serious mental illnesses cost America $193.2 billion in lost earnings per year. Women attempt suicide more often than men. 4 times as many men than women commit suicide. In 2004, 32,439 people died from suicide in the U.S. 800,000 is the estimated number of people globally who die from suicide each year. 7 people who die by suicide per hour in the Americas. 79% of all U.S. suicides committed are by men. 22 veterans die by suicide each day. I'm sorry. For every 2 homicides, there are 3 suicides. Depression is involved in more than 2/3 of the 30,000 suicides that occur in the United States every year. Those diagnosed between the ages of 18 and 24, and there's a 10.9% rate of depression, are the greatest risk for self-harm. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't read the other 2. Well, I'm gonna read it. I'm sorry. 5,230,200. Okay, I'm gonna read that number early. I'm gonna read it again for you. 5,200,000 is the estimated number of adults who suffer from PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder, in a given year. So when people say that mental illnesses are fake, they obviously don't know the statistics. But like I said earlier, if I were to break my wrist, which I have done before because, I'm clumsy, if I were to break my wrist, everyone would rush over to sign my cast. But hey, world, I have depression, but nobody understands it. Well, I mean, a few of you might understand it, but there's also a lot of people that just go along with the stereotypes of having a mental illness. And people that believe in those mental illnesses, it's not, hey, Monday, you jerk. It's, hey, you guys that believe in the stereotypes. It's, hey, you guys that believe in the stereotypes, you jerk. No, mental illnesses are not fake. We are not attention seekers. I'm not making this video to be attention seeking. I'm making this video to raise awareness because I'm not one of those people that can just sit back and suffer in silence instead of speaking up about something that I believe in, something that needs to be brought up. So if we as a society continue to suffer in silence about the things that matter, those numbers, those statistics I shared with you, those numbers are going to increase, and I can't watch those numbers increase. So that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm speaking up about it, rather than suffer in silence about them and watch those numbers increase, because I can't live with that happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, and glitter love. I love you and I care about you. Stay strong, and I'll see you again soon.